welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great. So today we are going to compare two eyeshadow palettes by Zoeva Cosmetics. Zoeva is one of those brands who have very good makeup brushes, but they do also have amazing eyeshadow palettes. I just love them. I love their quality. The pigmentation is awesome. They're very soft and buttery. All of them are good, all of them. And whenever they come out with a new eyeshadow palette, I want to get it because they are not as expensive as many of the high-end eyeshadow palettes, but they are very comparable in quality, and they are quite sturdy. The packaging is quite sturdy and you can easily travel with them, and I really like the theme with which they come up with. So this time they have come up with, I think 2 or 3 months back, they have come up with this palette. It's called the Caramel Melange palette, and this one is one of their new releases. But there is one more palette which has been released along with this palette, which is called Fusion Blanc or something, Fusion Blanc I believe. Anyways, I'll just put that on the screen somewhere. I don't know, I have suddenly blanked out. I don't remember the name, but I'll put that down on the screen. So this is the palette I got hold of. I did not go in for the other palette because this one interested me more, so I got this one. And today I'm going to compare this with their already existing palette, which is the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette. This is one of my favorite palettes of Zoeva. I'm going to compare these two palettes today. Before we proceed, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, and please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, if it was helpful to you, and if you do end up buying one of these palettes, do let me know in the comments below how you're liking this. Okay, so first let me just show you the Cocoa Blend palette. The packaging in both of these palettes are pretty similar. This is the outer packaging. It's very pretty. I love their packaging. They always have like a different packaging according to the theme, so it's very easy to spot in your eyeshadow collections which one is which. So this is really nice. I love this packaging. And this is the sleeve, outer sleeve, and you pull it out and here's the actual palette, and when you open it you have the palette like this. So there is no mirror here, which is the only downside, but I really don't mind that because the eyeshadow quality is so amazing. So let's see the Cocoa Blend palette. I'll just show you the colors. So these are the colors in Cocoa Blend. Very pretty warm colors, and I used to think that this is a very nice warm kind of a palette. I love this palette. And now let me just show you the Caramel Melange palette. This is the Caramel Melange palette, and the packaging is pretty similar to the Cocoa Blend palette, same like the diamond shape pattern going on, and the color is different obviously, and the quantity and the expiry and everything is the same. You get the similar quantity in both of these palettes. So this is the actual palette, and when you open it you have these pretty shades. These are so beautiful, and you obviously don't have a mirror here as well. So these are the shadows in the Caramel Melange palette. So when I saw this palette I was like, okay, so I thought Cocoa Blend is warm, but this is much more warmer. This is kind of in sync with the trend which was going on a few months back, with companies coming out with like very warm toned colors. They have this one also have a very rusty brownish theme which most of the companies were coming out with. So I guess they were also following the trend and they came out with this palette. So I really loved the color range of this palette as well. Now let's look at the palettes side by side, and if you're thinking which one you should go for, I hope this comparison will help you in some way. Anyways, I'll just let you know my thoughts on this too. So these are the two palettes side by side. You can see the Cocoa Blend palette is obviously warmer. It has nice warm toned browns and beige colors, but the Caramel Melange is much warm toned. The Caramel Melange palette has 6 matte shades, and the Cocoa Blend palette has 4 matte shades. So these are the matte shades over here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And in Caramel Melange, these are the matte shades 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So these are all the matte shades in this palette. At first glance, when you look at these two palettes, if you look at this palette, what immediately comes to my mind is like a nice Indian, like a Sangeet which is happening outdoors, very bright, very fun. That's what comes to my mind. And this is like a Indian rich royal wedding. So both these palettes have kind of their purpose. So this palette, I would say at first glance, it feels more unique, and this palette, I would say it's more versatile. You can do a lot with this palette. So with this palette you can create a lot of soft looks, soft pinky, corally, peachy looks, and you have this darker shade here which will kind of intensify the look a little bit. You have this very nice shimmers. So this is like a very soft look mixed with a little bit of glam. So this is very good for that. And this palette, I find that you can do like an everyday look. You just with just few shades here, you can do a very nice smoky eye because you have this nice deep black here, the grayish black, and you can also mix and match and do very nice glam looks with these shimmers. This is a bronzy shimmer, really nice for like a party or something like that. So this is, I feel, more versatile in nature, more versatile. You can do a lot with this palette, whereas the Caramel Melange is a little more unique. I would say there is a limited scope as far as versatility of your looks is concerned, but your look is going to be very unique. So if you ask me which one would I prefer, it's very difficult for me to choose between these two palettes because I love both of them. The color scheme of both the palettes is just amazing. I just love both of them. But as a beginner, like if I don't have any of these palettes, how I would think. So suppose I don't have any of these palettes and I want to go into and get a first Zoeva palette. When I look at the Cocoa Blend palette, I would think that this is more versatile, so I will be able to do a lot of looks with this. So that will be one of my consideration while buying this palette. But if I think that, oh, I have a shade similar already, I do have similar shades like this in my collection already, so this may not be that unique for me. If I have similar shades already in my collection and you don't have something like this in your collection, like this, because these shimmers are really nice, and this coral shade and this purple shade, they're really unique shades. So if you don't have something like this in your collection and you already have some browns and blacks already in your collection, I would say you can go in for this. This is a more unique palette. And if you want to splurge, I would say just go for both of them. Each palette is like 36 Singapore dollars, which is less than many of the high-end palettes like the Too Faced Chocolate Bar, which is $76 or something. So in that price you can get two palettes which are really good. Now let's quickly look at the swatches of these two palettes. So these are the swatches of the matte shades of the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette. You can see that they have 4 matte shades, pretty basic shades over here. A highlight shade, a deep grayish black, a very nice transition shade which you can almost not see on the screen because it's pretty similar to my skin tone, and then you have a very nice warm brown. So the basic matte shades which you would require for a everyday use are there in this palette. These are the shimmery shades of the Cocoa Blend palette, and I love the shimmer shades. There's quite a range of shimmers because of which you can do many looks. So there's a very pretty like a beigey shimmer shade, and I love this burgundy shimmer. Then you have a very nice deep bronzy brownish shimmer, and this shimmer is absolutely gorgeous. This is just one swipe pigmentation, amazing quality. And then you also get a nice soft black which has some glitter in it. Not a big fan of that shade, but it's there in the palette. It's quite nice as well. And then you have a very nice pretty lavendery shimmer shade. So the shimmers of the Cocoa Blend palette are quite versatile, and that's why you can do a lot of looks with this palette. So these are the matte shades of the Caramel Melange palette. You can see a drastic difference in the matte shades of both the palettes. This palette obviously has very warm matte shades, and there's not much variety as far as mattes are concerned. These two shades seem pretty similar. One is a little bit more pink toned and another one is a little more on the browny rusty side. You have a very nice corally rusty orange matte shade which is like the highlight of the palette. But all in all the matte shades are really nice, pigmented, soft, buttery smooth, and they blend really well. And these are the 4 shimmer shades of the Caramel Melange palette. You can see from the swatches that these shimmers are outstanding. These are all one swipe pigmentation, really good quality shimmers. You can see that this shade right here is amazing. A very nice orangey rusty brownish shimmer, looks really nice. And you have a gold shimmer and almost like a rose gold kind of a shimmer, and you also have a deep plummy shade with some glitter. So these are also really nice versatile shimmer shades with which you can do quite a number of looks, and these really complement the soft matte shades really well. So those were the swatches of both the palettes. I really hope that those swatches were helpful and you got an idea of the color difference in both the palettes. I would say all in all both the palettes have really good pigmentation. They are a very good buy. Very soft buttery shadows. They blend really well. I think we can come to a conclusion that a Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette is more versatile. So if you're a beginner, then I think this is a very good palette for you. It has everything from neutral shades to some shimmers, and you can do really nice easy looks, day-to-day everyday looks, and you can also do quite glam looks. So this is really good for a beginner. And we can also come to a conclusion that Caramel Melange palette is a beautiful palette. I think this is a collector's item. It has very soft in-trend shadows which look so nice, and you can create really nice soft glam looks with this palette. So I really like this palette as well. So if you want to choose, it depends on what is your preference. Actually these palettes are amazing. You can go in for this palette only for this shimmer and this nice rusty orange shade. These are really good, especially this shimmer. I want to swatch it once again for you guys. Just look at this shimmer shade, it's amazing. Let me just swatch it once again. I mean, you have to do a live swatch to believe how nice that is. Can you see? Yeah, so that's the kind of quality I'm talking about. All these shimmers are amazing. Let's just swatch one more for you. So I'm swatching this one right now. I feel like doing live swatches because I might say that these are one swipe pigmentation, but you will know once I do it right in front of you that these shimmers are amazing. And this is the palette which I have used to do my eye look today, and I totally loved working with it. With that, I have completed my review. I am not really sure if this review was very helpful to you or it confused you further, but I would say that these are amazing palettes by Zoeva. So you can definitely check these out if you are looking to buy new eyeshadow palettes. And if you want me to do this makeup look, then please let me know in the comment section below. I'll try to do this for you. I might as well do this anyways. And yeah, please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. That will really mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this review was helpful. It was so much fun to do. And if you have any more video suggestions like this, if you want me to do any more like comparisons or reviews, then do let me know. Follow me on all my social media. They will be listed at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.